So I heard some of y'all really like pumpkin spice stuff. So I came up with a recipe. This is based off of a Weight Watchers recipe, but that doesn't make them any less tasty. So this is going to be a really short video, mostly just because it is literally that easy. So let's take a ride on this particular broomstick. Alrighty guys, so here's the ingredients we're going to be using. You know, a good box of spice cake mix. Gonna be doing a good old can of pumpkin, and of course your spices. And let's throw them together. Now we're gonna want to preheat to 350. And we definitely want to give that oven time to warm up. So while we do that, we're gonna mix everything up. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and add in our spice cake mix. Of course, gotta fight the bag on it too. Now it already has everything that we need, at least as far as dry stuff goes, outside of the seasoning. And to which I reply, we add in our cinnamon and our nutmeg, which I already took the time to pre-measure. Want it nice and extra spicy. And let's not forget that all-important can of pumpkin. And you want to make sure you get all of that out. So I definitely recommend one of these kind of spatulas for scooping out that can, so this way you can get all that tasty pumpkin out. Now you do have an option of adding water to this to make for something a bit more lighter and fluffier. That is not my particular preference, so I'm going to be leaving out the water this time, guys and gals. But that's okay. Everyone makes everything to their preference. That's why I keep on going like measure with your heart, because honestly, that's what matters in the end. You add in what tastes good. And of course, we're just going to mix all this up. And you want to make sure it is thoroughly mixed. Alrighty, so once you're done mixing, should look something like this. You know, a very thick, almost like cookie dough kind of texture. Now, you do have the option of doing it in in a muffin tin. I got some fun little Halloween themed cups lining it, and I did spray them down to make sure they don't stick. Or you also have the option of doing basically a muffin top and just putting them on a cookie sheet, which in that case, just use some parchment paper and you'll be set there. I'm gonna move this out of the way so y'all can see it a little bit better. And of course, as usual, you don't want to make sure you fill them up too high because they will bake a little bit. They're not going to rise as much as, say, like traditional muffins, but it is something to keep in mind as you fill these up. Now, if you're doing muffin tops like this, I tend to get about a good rounded tablespoon amount, like about that much, and just kind of gently scrape and roll onto the sheet until you get a nice little ball. Realize it's a little uneven here, but it'll work. But we're just going to be filling up this tray. Now, they don't expand terribly far, so you don't have to space them out as much like you do with cookies. But it is something you do want to keep in mind for portioning. Now, another way that I'm not showing y'all is mini muffins. You can do them as a mini muffin. I just don't have a mini muffin pan to cook these on. So, muffin tops and muffins it is. Now, once you got them done, we're gonna be throwing them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah, give them some time to work. And also, depending on your oven, may need to take longer, or it may just go for that 20 minutes. But we're gonna go ahead and pop them in and set that timer. And there we go. Off to the races. Now, if only I could do magic to speed this up. Okay, now that they're done, we're gonna go ahead and pull them out and let them cool off. And then we'll get to chow down on them. But look at that. They don't really get brown as like cookies tend to. These are a bit more like, you could say like molasses cookies. But as you can see, not much of a difference between the raw form and cooked form. And now let's magically watch this plate fill up with pumpkin spice muffin. And poof, they are here. Now let's taste them. These turned out really good. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe on this channel. And now you know cooking is magic.